Okay, I think we're live. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to the 5 systems in your online business. Yes, we're doing it again, and today on implement.club, we're going to be talking about your email system. Last week, we talked about the sort of email system structure, and we'll go briefly over that today as well. Today I'm going to do inside of Aweber. For those of you who are interested and don't even have a clue as to what an autoresponder is, hopefully this session you'll be able to learn a bit more. So let's get started with the presentation and then we'll go into the demo. So here we go. So here we're going to do the 5 systems in your online business. Today we're doing the email system, of course. And if you're interested in learning about the other systems that are recorded, you can sign up at http://jdtips.com/5systems to get in and have a look at all the trainings inside and some of the free checklists. But today we're looking at your business system working for you when you sleep. So today we're looking at your email system that we want to set up. We've looked at your website and some of the options for doing a website, and then we have looked at your sales system, and we created a sales process for you that you can set up. And today we're looking at your email system because it's your asset that of your customers and your clients and your prospects. So it's an important system to have, and of course, since online is an international system, it's always good to have it open at all times. So that's why we put in an email system that's automated. So we briefly looked at an email auto system about how you can set up emails and you can set it all up at once, and then it have the system itself, the autoresponder system, will send them out every 2 days or whenever you wish to send them out. And that there are 2 types of system. Well, actually there's 3. But you can have a follow-up series where you set up all the emails for any new person who comes onto your list and continue to add on emails every 2 days or however often you want to send an email to them. Or you can have a broadcast where you have various email lists with various topics, and you can send them all an email at once or at a scheduled time. And we'll have a look at both of those systems in a minute. And I think basically it was the concept here that you can have different lists with different topics, but you could possibly send them all the same email if it's relevant to them, and they'll be interested. And of course, you can have them go on to different lists as well. You can have them on one email list, and then you send them an email that you might find that they are interested in. And if they are, and you have a way to opt in to that list, then they can opt in, and they are also on a second list. So it depends. That's called segmentation of your lists. So you can segment your lists according to topics, or of course you can do it based on selling as well. But for this one, this is segmenting lists into different topics. The same person can go on a variety of lists depending on what they're interested in, and then you could market them on different topics. But then you want to segment your list into people who are subscribing to your lists. Those are subscriber lists over on the left. And then if they buy something, they're considered a buyer, so you put them onto a buyer list, and then you send them different emails on the buyer list, possibly with more offers. So you can segment your lists automatically, and we'll have a look at that as well on how they do that. But it's certainly a powerful way to find out who you are, your customers, who is on your list, and who's interested enough to buy, and what topics they're interested in by segmenting your lists. So we're going to look at, this one. Well, we're not going to look at the second part of it, the opt-in page, but we're going to have a look at how you set up the autoresponder sign-up form, and have a look at the campaign and how you set up emails into that campaign as well in Aweber. So let's go over to Aweber, and then we'll come back and do a summary. So let's go and have a look at my account. Okay, so let's have a look at the demo. We'll spend a little bit more time in there. So I've just shortened it up so it's live. It just happens to be the account dashboard, and these are obviously the number of people on my list for those of you who look quickly. And then of course they tell you various things about your people on your list, what sales you had, what kind of response you got from your broadcast, etc. But today we're going to be looking at a list called, I call the new marketer list. What turned out I didn't even go and create the emails and everything, so we might as well do it while we're here. So in Aweber, you have a variety of lists. Let's get this over because it'll be tidier if we have a look at. As you can see, I have a variety of lists. I have a variety of topics. There are pros and cons to Aweber. There are pros and cons to get response or constant contact or active campaign. I'm not going to be talking about the pros and cons today, but in Aweber you have to first set up a list for people to get on your list, so subscribe, and then from there you can do campaigns to segment your lists. So we're going to be looking at this list that I haven't created, and what's the first thing we should do? So yeah, I even have it so I can put it on a so let's sorry, I've filled in the account information for this list. I haven't done the messages yet, but you can do basically a draft. So you can at all times write up your draft of your email that you want to send out, and whether it's a broadcast or it's a draft, this is where you can practice and do your messages. Now they have Aweber is growing. Since I started back in 2016, Aweber is developing a lot of new things to do within Aweber. And before, there was only two choices before, either plain text message or drag and drop email builder. Now they have Smart Designer, and of course you can always do HTML editor where you use raw HTML, but basically we're not going to create a message yet. We need to first, what was I saying we were going to do? Oh, we were going to make the sign up form. So let's go and get a sign up form, but I think it's only 2-3 years ago they've also added landing pages. So I'll just show you the landing page section is where you can create a landing page, and then you can basically have whatever it is you're interested in them opting in for on the landing page, and then they subscribe and come into your list. So that's basically, you could do that and not need a website, but of course you want to be able to get people interested in everything you do, so you want to have a website. So we're going to first do a sign up form, and we're going to create a sign up form. Now I've created one here, so let's go and have a look at this, see what I picked. Okay, so this is the sign up form that I created, but you can create a sign up form on a landing page or for my website. So I want to do it for my website because I'm old-fashioned. So let's edit it and let's see what shows when I do this in my, yeah, so we're going to design a form. So you can pick anything from their template gallery, and let's see, which one did I pick? I picked this one. Where are we here? Yeah, that's okay. So you can just choose which fields you would like to add to this form. So you want your name, do you want their address, do you want a name? Usually it's always just an email list for sure. And then we can add a tag to anyone who submits this form. So usually you do a subscriber tag as well. You do maybe do a new name of the list so that you know where they came from. And of course, let's have a look at what I picked for here. So you can create a header, or you can take off the header. Here, delete that. You get your name. We can delete that. We can just have the email address. You can change the submit button to say opt-in, get free magazine or whatever. Get free trainings. Boom. And then save. And obviously you could change the color. Anyway, and then they have a couple of things that they put on here, respecting your privacy on your email, and they like do a little advertising. You can have that on or not. And if you want to add anything to the footer, you can change the button image. Yeah, well, we won't bother. The position, the text, the color. Color, we might want to do it a bit brighter. Oops, that's the text, so that's no good. I'll do that. Go back to white, or I won't see it. Where's the text button? Body. Color, let's get a decent color for it. Or even red to get people's attention. And say okay. And it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, that's the border. Background, we need the background to be this. Here, oh, not of that, no. Okay. No, we don't want the background to be this. That's good enough. We're going to figure out how to get this background button. Submit button. We don't want this color. Ooh. What happened here? Body background. No, we don't want that color. We want that color. So anyway, there's a new form. So you save your form. And then you move on to the next step. And you get a thank you page, the custom page, but we're just going to use a basic one. And open in a new window. And then save your form. Goes to step 3. And I will install my form because I'm comfortable with HTML. And you just click on the raw HTML and copy, and then I have a page open where I'm doing the same thing as what I'm showing you, but okay, so then we want to do another row on the page down below, and then we want to get some more HTML in there. And we put in the Aweber HTML, and then we save it. And obviously you would go and make a bigger screen, but for now, so we have a page where we're showing what we're doing live in 5 systems on my website, Jane-Gardner, and we say done, and we publish it, and it will show that. And this is the final page showing that we are doing what we're doing. So then we would put in an email. Not sure I did just email. I might have done name and email, so it may not work. Can't spell with a thing in front of it. Get free trainings. Okay, and you have to confirm and that in your email. You can obviously edit this, and let's go back into Aweber. So we've made a form and we've put it onto the web page, and now we're going to go back and we've published it, and now we're going to go back, and now that we have the form, we are going to create the campaign for the new, we're going to create the campaign for the email. So this will be the follow-up emails. So it's called campaigns now in Aweber, and so you want to create a campaign. They got lots of information on how to start and do campaigns, but we're going to go ahead and do a campaign, and we can even choose a template, build it from scratch, do a welcome series, blog automation, YouTube automation, lead magnet, blogger series, mini course. They've really been developing Aweber for the last 2 years. So we'll use their welcome series, and you will see it all gets set up within your campaign for this list. And so let's see what we can do here. So I guess we'll have to go back and forth since we're only got a narrow. So this is a welcome series draft. So basically, first, when someone subscribes, it says you trigger a campaign for new subscribers. So yes, that's what I want to do. So now I want to edit the message. Thanks for subscribing. So then you go and you edit the message. And so in Aweber, they have a lot of templates now. So you can put in your logo. You can put in your header. Basically, in an email automation, it will say hi, and then they have coding, so they will use the name that is given in your email form for the person. They'll say, hi Jane, welcome, thanks for subscribing to New Marketer List. New Marketer List. So all you do is add in the information that you want to put, and then they say your name with an exclamation. Since you're a subscriber, I'll send you awesome content you can't get from a Google search or anywhere else online. You'll receive weekly emails, and of course I would change that bold to boring later, with links to free trainings on being a marketer. Sorry, there we go. And then they have one where you say, I started, my mission is for my business, and then to make sure you don't miss any emails from us, can you add me to your address book, and here a direction to show you how to do that. And one last thing, what questions do you have about being marketing, which is a big subject, but I could hand them a few links so they could find out. And thanks again. I'll be in touch tomorrow with a helpful surprise. And so you can put in your picture, your name, and it has all the various bolding and heading and texting and all that kind of stuff here. And so we're going to save this, if we can find the save, which is over on the left, I think. Oops. Over on the left. No. It might be too bold. No. And you've got all the options for even making it prettier. So let's go and see where we can add this. It's harder when you've got only a... Oh. Okay. So you can go in and they have some text for you, and you can edit over on here by editing it. You can add an automation. So you're going to wait one day. So they have automations. So let's talk about that. It's more important. The campaign for follow-up autoresponders, you send a message right away when they sign up. Then you wait. You can wait. Here's the wait. And 1 day before performing the next action, or you can wait a few hours. You don't have to wait a day. 1 hour. You can do minutes. You can do hour. And then you can send another one. So you can edit and send another. And then after that you can wait, and then you can send, and you just keep adding. So you would wait. Yeah, I got the wait. And here, am I gonna go there? No, not quite far enough. Don't have enough room. But you could wait, and then you could send another message. And then you could wait and send a message. And you could do the messages that you want to do, obviously. And then you save and exit. And then you've got... Oh. Okay. Fix issues. Choose a message to send. Oh, okay. I've got to create a message in here. Or I could have just deleted it, one or the other. So yeah, so they even picked up my logo. So let's hope that it works, and later I'll go back and edit it all. So now you have a campaign with a welcome series, and it's in draft. And so you decide when you want to start your campaign, i.e. when do you have your lead magnet ready, or whatever it is you want before they opt in. And so you turn it to activate it. And it has, 4 or 5 emails in it. So it will work over 5 days every time someone signs up for your email. So that's what a follow-up campaign is. And then you can let's see if we can figure out, I can do a automation, list automation. So if you use multiple lists, you can automatically move people between them by setting list automation rules. So you could automatically move someone from a prospect to a customer list when they make a purchase. So in doing, all you have to do is in a Weber, they use tags. So you could add an automation of buyer and tag when someone buys and they move to a different list. And of course they have questions here, and then you can go to help and support, or you can go to the video guides to see how it works. So that's how they do it in a Weber. You have various campaigns. So let's go back to the campaigns section. So for this list, new marketer, you can make automations where you have more than one campaign. So you could have a welcome series, and then you could have where do we have a buyer one? A mini course series. How about that? So you could create that one, and then have an automation that when they buy, you can replace your trigger. So you can replace the trigger. So I need to select a new trigger. Oops, I've got to move over here. Okay, so you need to add a... Oh, you can track various other things, but you want to replace the trigger for unsubscribe. You want to try put that as a buy, or yeah, if they are, oh, here we are. So you can have this list if they had a mini course that you sell. So if they buy it, then they get the tag added on them of mini course, so that if they have that tag, then they will come onto this automation. Anyway, oh, I didn't replace the tag. Anyway, enter a trigger. Start. Oh, okay. Here, I didn't pick it up the last time. So, anyway, so that's the concept behind it, and you could have 5 campaigns, let's say, for just one list. One for buyers, one for people who go on to the mini course, one for people who ask questions, one for people who respond better, and that kind of thing. As well, you can have you can do messages that you broadcast to that list at any time. So you can create an email and there, and you can, oh, this is one for my 5 systems, and it's my template, and I should make it a bit simpler, obviously. And then you can schedule it. So this broadcast is done at a certain day, certain time, depending on you. And do you want to share this message? Who should receive this message? You can edit that so that you can have a variety of lists get this message, as well as this list that you have. And then when it should be sent at 12 a.m. or September 13th. Apply. And then do you want to add any tag automations to this? So add these tags of 5 systems and remove tags. You can also remove tags. And if a subscriber clicks on this link, then add this tag of interested or something, whatever. Anyway, so they've got various things you can do with tags, and that will get them onto various lists. And of course, then you can schedule it, and boom. But this is a draft. So you can have drafts you can put in. So let's see, we've done automations, which is sort of like segmenting your lists. And then we've done basically messages, which is broadcast messages. And let's see, what else have we done? We've done the welcome email. So let's go back into the presentation. I think we've done almost everything. Didn't want to take too long. So we haven't done the landing page, but we put it on a web page instead. We did a welcome email in an automation. It didn't have a link to a download page, but certainly any welcome email I would have a link to whatever it is they opted in for, or they could go to a download page. And then we had a series of 4 or 5 emails on the welcome series that they could go through over a week. And of course you could talk to them in your emails. And this is your subscriber list. So we did that, and we also we did this one. Obviously we didn't get a buyer's list, but we have a subscriber list, and then we segmented it into another list, If they were interested in my mini course, they would become a customer because they bought it. They'd go through the sales systems. They would get onto the email system as a customer because they would be tagged. And of course, then they would receive all the information about the mini course and links to the mini course in their emails. So yeah, I think we've done most of everything in the email system. After that, Aweber is going beyond simple emails, so that's great, but we're not going to talk about that. So we're going to go over and talk about what we've learned. So we've learned that email is a powerful system to collect and interact with your subscribers, your customers. You can have unique topics for each email list. You can do a series of emails that will be sent out automatically in a campaign. You can send out an email as a broadcast to any or all of your lists when you want to, whichever list you want to send it to. You just pick which ones. You can segment your list by the interactions of your email subscribers, whether or not they want to go and do your mini course or they just want to get your opt-in for your freebie. And you can obviously segment your list by whether they subscribe, they interact, or they buy. And we've also learned last week there's a variety of email sales funnels that you can design. And they can do all of this automatically in your email system. So let's just go back for a minute to our 5 systems. And so far, we've looked at a visitor coming to your site, being interested in your opt-in on the website, and we just did that today. That was the opt-in form and then they go into the email system as a subscriber, and you send emails to them, and in return they get emails back which give them a link to your opt-in free magnet mini course, whichever they want. Then they can look at the sales page. We've looked at that and how if they could buy something and go through the sales systems and get emailed their product or links to go to the course that they wish to look at. So next week we're going to look at the storage systems you can have. There are at least 3 or 4 or 5 ways to do it, and there are pros and cons to all of them. So I'll try to get that all together because the storage system itself is fairly simple. It's usually up in the clouds, and you get your customer or your subscriber, they get a link, and then they can download whatever they get from the storage system. But that's fine. That doesn't mind. We don't mind a short one. So what we'll do is remind you about the 30 days to an internet business and how it is possible to set up these systems within 30 days. I'm thinking maybe I'll start it tomorrow. I'm not sure. But if you happen to see me on the internet, yeah, I'm doing it. I haven't decided on what email or domain I want to use. So you can sign up at http://jgtips.com/5systems to get in and see the various 5 systems trainings in your online business where it resides. And I hope this wasn't too confusing for you and that a lot of you are already using email, because I wanted to say that email system is the most important system in your business, because it is your assets, your customers, your subscribers, and you need to nurture them in order for them to become clients and buy from you again and again and be your raving fans. So you have to be able to set up an email system for your business. And if you need any help with that, you can give me a shout. But for now, I'll see you next time with the storage systems next Sunday.